Hello everybody, this is Carlos Velez from Lacerda Bio, and in conjunction with our friends at the EBD Academy, we're thrilled to provide you with this video training series entitled Out-Licensing, Best Practices in Presentations, Conferences, and Follow-Up. This is a video-based training series where we will cover the 4 key areas of out-licensing, and it's divided into 4 modules. Module 1 is called Background and Presentations, where we'll talk about why out-licensing is so challenging so we can begin to understand what the problem is or what the problems are in out-licensing. We'll address the question as to why communication is such a big and important portion and piece of out-licensing. Then we're going to talk about presentations. We'll talk about the 3 different kinds of presentations that are needed for successful out-licensing. And in addition, we'll talk about the text that you will use for meeting invitations and for email. Then we're going to get into a lot more detail on the presentations. We're going to go through all 3 presentations in detail, both outlines, and we're going to go through some sample slides. And importantly, we'll talk about when, how, and why to use these 3 different presentations. Module 3 is the outreach module, where we'll talk about out-licensing planning and execution. We'll talk about which conferences to attend and, more importantly, how to use conferences as part of your out-licensing. We'll also talk about some critical meeting invitation mistakes and how to avoid them. And then lastly, in this particular module, we'll talk about tracking, how to track your progress and how to manage expectations when you're reporting to senior management. In the final module, we'll cover a couple of special situations. One, we'll talk about drug delivery companies and some of the special challenges that they face when they're trying to out-license. And then we'll also talk about tech transfer at universities and some of the special challenges that they face. In Module 4, we'll also talk about objections, why it is that companies decide not to work with you with your particular out-licensing candidate, and how do you overcome some of the objections that they present. And then lastly, we'll talk through a course summary. Each module, there'll be 4 modules in total. Each module will have multiple short videos so you can learn at your own pace. And we'll also have a variety of outlines, sample slides, quizzes, all sorts of fun things to help you learn this material. Upon completion, you'll get a certificate suitable for framing from our friends at the EBD Academy. But most importantly, you will have the information to improve your out-licensing process and stand out amongst your competitors, your other companies that are trying to secure that big licensing deal. So for further information, visit the website that you see on this slide. Thank you very much.